Hi, this is Tara coming to you from Harmony Mind Body Fitness, putting together a few 15 to 20 minute videos to help you get some workouts in while you're away from the holidays and you can't get in here. Next, we're going to do some arms. I'm actually going to have you start standing. By the way, all of this, when we start doing some more of the traditional arm series, kneeling and standing, can be done with weights. I'll let you know when you can grab them if you do have them with you wherever you may be traveling or at home. But just know anything from 1 pound, maybe 3 pounds would be pushing it, but I wouldn't do anything heavier than that. So we're going to start standing. Feet sit bone distance apart and parallel. And all I'm going to have you do is reach those arms up to the ceiling, shoulders down, ribs down connected. You're going to nod the chin and start to dive down, upper back, mid back. Give those knees a little wiggle so you're not locking in the joints. Low back, reaching to the floor, letting your head hang, shaking out the tension, feeling that stretch through your hamstrings. And then when you're ready, soften your knees as needed to get those fingertips to the floor. You're going to start to walk it forward now, finding just a downward dog position. Go to that place where your heels are fighting to drop to the floor. The heels of your hands are pushing, trying to find those shoulder blades, sliding them down the back, sticking that tailbone out behind you a little bit, opening up the chest. Abdominals are aware. You're going to take an inhale, lift the heels up, and then exhale just to drop them down. Shoulders keep dropping as those heels do. 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, heels and shoulders dropping away from those ears. One last time, you lift. Exhale, as you lower, you're going to nod the chin, ground the spine, much like you would in a cat stretch. Start to walk your hands back to your feet. Ribs and abdominals lifting up and in, knees softening. Once you're hanging over those thighs in a forward fold again, find those glutes and inner thighs as your abs lift and start to roll you up. Don't let yourself lock back in your knees. Feel those abdominals zipping up and in, rolling it up, tail the head nice and tall, collarbones open, you take an inhale, exhale, you go right back down. Nodding the chin, rounding upper back. Mid back, knees soften a little bit to make sure that you don't shift back as you round up and over those ribs and abdominals. Down and onto the mat. From there, you're going to walk it out all the way to your plank. Finding those glutes, finding those abdominals along the way. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Collarbones opening, body's nice and tall. From there, like a cat stretch, you're going to nod the chin, round the spine, ribs and abs lifting up to the ceiling. You're like, I just can't round anymore. You're going to let your heels drop, your tailbone reach back, sticking your butt out, opening up your chest. It's a lot like the downward dog you just did. It's just going to feel like your feet and hands are too far away from each other. And then from there, you're going to scoop out your abs, squeezing your glutes forward, lengthening that body back forward and into your plank. We do that one more time. Nodding the chin, rounding the spine, ribs and abs up. Heels maybe even lift a little higher. Slide the shoulders away from yours, but push those ribs and abs up to the ceiling. And then from there, you're going to look at those heels start to drop, sticking that tailbone out, pushing into the heels of the hands, opening up the chest, trying to extend and lengthen through that spine. From there, your glutes are going to scoop back forward, lengthening, snaking your body forward, back through your arms, finding another plank position, chest nice and open. And then from there, you're going to carefully bring your right knee forward and down right underneath you, left knee forward and down right underneath you, so your 4-point kneeling, turning this into a cat stretch, nodding the chin, scooping out the abs, rounding through the spine, head goes heavy, ribs and abdominals keep zipping up to the ceiling, and then head and tailbone lengthening in opposing directions, shoulders sliding back, armpits turned on, collarbones open. We go one last time. You nod the chin, scooping out the abs, rounding everything up, 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 up. From there, you're going to tuck your toes under. You're going to push your ribs and abs out so much so that you go back up towards a downward dog, but you're going to stay rounded because your hands are just going to walk right back to your feet again. Let your knees soften as needed, either for flexibility or just to not lock in the joint. And then your abdominals are going to zip. Your glutes and inner thighs are aware. As your kneecaps lift, it's because that crease underneath the bum turns on, rolling you up. Tail to head nice and tall. Wrists get one last shake out, shoulders get one last shake out. It's your last time coming down. Nod the chin, rounding upper back, rounding mid back. Knees soften, abdominals zipping up and in, letting that head and neck hang as you reach down and towards the toes. This time we're coming out to plank to stay. So walk it out, body coming into that one long line, hands underneath shoulders, glutes and inner thighs square, legs together or apart is up to you. Keeping straight elbows, I want you to drop into your protract and lift up and out a little bit. One more time, drop into them. Exhale, lifting up and out. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. It's not that I want you to round, it's just so easy to drop back into them. Stay lifted out of your shoulders, glutes and abdominals where? Don't let your shoulders do all this. From your elbows, you're going to bend your elbows 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Abs are going to lift you out of it. I don't care how low you go. I care that you feel stable in your shoulders, your pelvis, and your abdominals, and then you push. Just one more time here, and then push-ups are done, I promise. Then 3, 2, 1. Abs zip you up. From there, you carefully lower your left knee down. Lower that right knee down. Shifting back into a shell stretch or child's pose. If you wanted to grab weights, now would be the time, because we're going to roll it up, right kneeling, glutes turned on, shoulders sliding down. Find that crease underneath the bum, squeezing it forward. Tops of those inner thighs aware. Palms turn to face forward with dropped shoulders. All you're going to do is in 3 counts, just like your push-ups. You're going to lift the arms a little 3, little higher 2, chest height 1, and you lower it down. Again, lift a little 3, little higher 2, chest height 1, and lower down. Just 2 more times. A little 3, a little 2, chest height 1, lower it down. We go for singles. You just lift and lower. Shoulders drop as you lift and lower. Glutes and inner thighs aware. Abs zipping up and in. When those arms go up, I don't want your chest to fall backwards. Feel stable in your spine. You have pelvis over knees, ribs over pelvis, chest over ribs. The next time you go up, you pulse the arms up for 8, 7, shoulders dropping, middle back strong for 4, 3, keep right on pulsing, palms face in for 8, 7, low abs underneath the belly button, zipping up with every pulse of those arms. Keep pulsing, palms face down for 8, 7, crease underneath that bum, keep squeezing, 4, 3, 2, get ready, we're going to bend the elbows. They bend 3, bend 2, bend 1, push them away, shoulders back, bend 3, and 2, and 1, shoulders back as you push, bend 3, and 2, and 1, push away, last time, go 3, and 2, and 1, just singles, you bend, and stretch, and bend, and stretch, ribs staying connected, don't let the chest pop open, for 4, how are those glutes doing? Are they still working? I know this is arms, but it doesn't mean you can't work a bunch of muscle groups. Arms stay straight, let's pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more pulses to bend your elbows back. Now let's push to the mirror in 3, 2, 1. Give it a pull. Again, push 3, 2, 1. Glutes and abs tighten as you pull for 3, 2, 1. And then you pull last time. 3, 2, 1, singles, push and pull. You reach, pull it back. Imagine you're wiping off the countertop. As much as you're going forward and back, when those arms pull back, there's a little press down feeling. 4, to feel those oranges in your armpits. 3, that middle back helps things to support. 2, the next time your arms are back, you pause. Bring the fists together, the elbows wide. We windshield wiper out and in. Make sure your elbows stay stable in space. It's easy to want to swing up and out. I think your elbows are basically staying the same height the entire time as you move. 2, the next time the arms are out, you flip the palms up and we turn it to a bicep curl. You curl and resist. Glutes and inner thighs still working. Think every time those arms curl in, it's like you have a ball between your inner thighs and you give it a squeeze. For 4, low abs keep zipping up. 3, ribs stay nice and tight. 2, the next time the arms go out, the palms flip back. Let's windshield wiper. 4, and out. And 3, pinkies push away. 2, next time those palms turn up, you curl for 4, resist, and 3, resist. 2 more. 2, last one, palms flip back. Just 2, and 1. Palms flip up and you curl for 2, and 1. Singles, here we go. Tricep, out and up to bicep. Out and down, palms back. Palms up. We have 2 more slow guys. 2, and up. You can always keep this pace if you can. Try and keep this form. Let's go a little faster. In, and up, and in, and up. Especially if you didn't. Grab weights. Try and keep this pace for 4, and up, and 3, and up. 2 more. You're almost there. The next time you're up, stay here. Pulse it up for 8, 7. Feel the crease in the glutes, the abs zipping up with every pulse of the arms. You've got 8 counts to pulse your arms in front of your chest. 8, 7. Shoulders dropping back. 4, 3, 2. Give me one last set here to finish for 8, 7. Glutes and abdominals zipping. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Arms are going to reach out and lower it down. From there, we're going to come upright standing. From there, I'm going to turn to face side. You're welcome to stay forward. You're going to lunge forward on that right leg, left leg back behind you. I do not need, nor do I even necessarily want that heel to be all the way down, because chances are you're going to want to turn it out to get it there. Fight to keep your parallel. That front knee is bent in alignment with your second and third toe, but your knee's over your ankle. Don't let it flex past the toes. Once you've got an angle of lunge that you can work with, just start hands at hips. You're going to let your body tilt forward just a bit. Imagine there's a ball of fire sitting on that right thigh bone. You don't want your abs to touch it. Keep a lift there. Arms are going to reach back behind you. Palms facing in. Pinkies up. Shoulders naturally get to go a little forward, but you don't want them to creep in your ears. Once you've got your lunge, you've got your shoulders in position, your pinkies are going to lift up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. This is definitely and hopefully going to get into those triceps. But as those triceps work, those glutes, those quads, those inner thighs, all helping to keep you in this lunge position. 4 more. 4. Making sure you feel big toe, pinky toe, and heel on that right front leg. Maybe a little extra heel to help you get into that glute and hamstring for support. 2. The next time your arms are up, they pulse up for 8, 7, 6. Glutes and abs aware with those arms. 4, 3. Turn that pulse into a circle. Go for 8, 7. Squeezing around. 4, 3. Get ready, reverse your circle. 4, 8, 7. Every time those arms squeeze in, those ribs and abdominals squeezing as well. Get ready, pulse it up. Last set here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Almost there on this side. Let's bend and stretch to finish. You bend and press. Every time those arms push away, those ribs and abdominals zip up in 4 more. Go 4, 3, 2. Last one. Your arms are going to stay straight and they're going to reach out in front of you. Staying in this low position like a squat, you're going to bring your left foot forward to meet your right. You're going to take your right foot back where your left leg was. You're going to take a minute. Find a lunge where you feel stable, you feel supported. Once you do, those arms are going to go down and back behind you again. But now the palms are going to turn to face up. Find that left glute and hamstring. 60-40, a little weight in that heel. And then when you're ready, you lift the arms up an inch and down an inch. Making sure you keep your feet parallel and stable, especially that back one. For 4, abs lift with those arms. 3, shoulders trying to stay away from those ears. Keep that height, don't go any lower. Little pulses up for 8, 7. Is that belly button still zipping up away from that ball of fire on that left thigh? Let's circle those arms. For 8, 7. Go up and around for 4, 3. Get ready to reverse your circle. For 8, 7. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. Arms pulse up for 8, 7. Shoulders dropping, abs zipping. Little higher, little higher. Keep those palms up. Let's bend and stretch to finish. Bend and push. It's almost making thumbs towards your armpits to keep those palms pressing up to the ceiling as you push back. 4. Ribs still tight. 3. Glutes still squeezing. 2. Last one. Arms go straight to stay straight. They come forward. Your right foot comes forward to meet your left in that squat position. You squeeze your glutes coming upright standing. And then you nod your chin, rounding down upper. Mid. Knees soften a little. Abdominal zipping as you roll down low. You're going to soften your knees as needed to plant your hands. You're going to walk your feet back, finding another plank. Hands underneath shoulders. Legs together apart is up to you. Keep those glutes and inner thighs squeezing. Keep lifting out of those shoulders. We finish the way we started. Bend in 3, 2, 1. Push it up. Elbows, elbows, elbows. Shoulders and body stable. 3, 2, 1. You've got it in you. Let's do one more. 3, 2, 1. Abs lift you up. Carefully lower down to your knees. Pushing back, taking a shell stretch or child's pose. We're going to come back forward, pull 4-point kneeling, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. When you're ready, that left arm first is going to lift up to the ceiling, opening up the chest, big stretch. And then you're going to thread that needle, arm scoops down towards your mat, letting that left ear rest heavy as that arm reaches behind or to the side of you, pushing into that right heel of the hand for a little bit of support, breathing into that middle back. When you're ready, a little bit of pressure in that right heel of the hand in the armpit to push you back up and out of it. Left arm to the ceiling, opening up the chest. Lowering that hand back down, we go to the other side. Right arm lifts, opening up, spinning from those bottom 2 ribs. And then that arm hugs down, threading the needle, sitting towards that right ear and shoulder. Reaching out to the side of you, using that left hand as leverage to help you spin just a little bit more from that upper and mid back. And then when you're ready, pushing into that left heel of the hand, we're going to come all the way out of it, spinning again, opening up just one last time. That hand goes down. One last shallow stretch or child's pose to let your head and neck hang. And then using those abdominals, starting to roll it up, tail the head, nice and tall. Really nice work. Thanks so much for joining me for Arm Series. Hopefully I'll see you back for abs and legs.